Early in my career as an accountant, I was doing business tax returns for mid-sized companies, their shareholders, partners, and owners. As I worked on these high net worth tax returns, I started to notice that many of them had self-employment business losses. Initially, I didn't realize why, but as time went on, it dawned on me as to why this was a recurrent theme. Then the light bulb went off in my inexperienced brain. I realized something. I realized that these losses were helping them save money. It was a win-win situation for these people. So today, we're going to talk about why having a Bonafide business is a win-win situation for you when it relates to taxation. Before I go further, I want to encourage you to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you find any value in this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. Remember, this video is for educational purposes only. It is not legal, investment, or tax advice. Always do your own research. Who am I? I'm Sam, former Big Four tax expert. I still do taxes and consult in tax area, and I'm here to empower you. Let's get straight to business. So number one, do you want to know the ultimate legal cheat code to pay less taxes as a self-employed person? Well, here's the truth. If you make money, you win. If you lose money, you still win. Sounds crazy, right? These are strategies that I've learned throughout my career. All right, so let's go. Here's why self-employment is one of the most tax advantaged ways to build wealth. If you make a profit, you're building income and qualify for deductions, business expenses, home office deduction, the expenses in your home, right? You can take a pro rata share as a deduction, your water bill, your electrical bill, your real estate taxes, right? If you pay real estate, right? So mileage, equipment, even a portion of your phone bill. And guess what? That means you're only taxed on your net income, not your gross income, all right? So you're getting all these deductions, all right, if you make money. And it helps reduce your taxable income when you do make money and your business made more money for you. So you win. Obviously, the IRS or the taxing federal agency, whatever country you're listening from, also gets a cut. They're also happy, right, that you made money so they can tax you. So it's a win for everyone. If you make money, they tax you, they benefit. You also benefit because you made more money. But here's where it even gets better. Even a loss can be a win. Let's say your business runs at a loss. Maybe you had a slow start or you invested heavily up front. You purchased a whole bunch of stuff. Let's say you wanted to start a business doing YouTube channel or whatever business that you wanted to do. That loss doesn't just disappear, right? It can offset other income like wages or investment income. So all that loss that you had in your business, as you prepare your individual return, those losses are able to offset other income on your tax return, which lowers your taxable income. So that can potentially help you have a better tax return outcome, right? Reduce your taxable income, reduce your tax liability, or increase your tax refund, right? It may even be carried forward, right? Or reduce your taxable income in another year, right? So that means you're paying less taxes legally. In other words, your side hustle, business, or gig work can be a powerful tax strategy even in a bad year. Let's look at a quick example. Let's make up a name, Jane. All right, Jane made $100,000 in her business. All right, she spent $30,000 on marketing, contractors, and travel. She's taxed only on 70K, right? 100 minus 30 equals 70. How she gets all those deductions, right? For having a business. Example number two, right? Let's use the name Kwame or whatever. Let's say they lost, $15,000 starting their own online store. But then this individual works full-time and made $90,000 in their job. That loss brought his taxable income down to $75,000, lowering his tax bill because he was being taxed higher in his job. So you see how that comes into play and, helps each other. Track your expenses. Every dollar counts. Get these apps out there. You can take a picture of your expenses, right, to keep track of it. These are ways to show that this is a bona fide business. Separate business and personal accounts. Hire a professional or use software to capture all your deductions, or a bookkeeper or whatever. Don't forget about home office expenses and self-employment, retirement plans, retirement vehicles as well. those are all ways to make sure that it's a bona fide business. Your business also has to be bona fide, meaning that if you go 3 out of 5 years with a loss, you know, the IRS here in the US will question your business, whether it's actually legit or not. Is it a bona fide business? You have to prove it. And the way to prove it is basically to show that you keeping track of your expenses, financial, you know, reports that you're keeping track, right? Those are all examples of things to show, all right? So self-employment isn't just a hustle, it's a tax strategy. And if you play it right, the IRS will help fund your journey. If you found this helpful, like the video, subscribe, drop a comment. If you want a full breakdown of deductible expenses or how to turn your passion into a business the IRS respects, I got you covered, right? Make sure to comment down. Let me know what you need. I've also made some other videos about multiplying your income. I think that relates to this video as well, so make sure to check that video out. But the main key here is also just to make sure your business is bona fide, right? Make sure that this business is legit. Don't just do it just for the deductions. All right, the deductions helps, but do it because you actually are passionate about, you know, what you want to do, and you're not here just to take advantage of the tax code, but rather to do it with good conscience. So do it with good motives. Yes, there's a lot of benefit that comes with it. Yes, take advantage of that, but also make sure that you're doing it because you're actually doing a business, right? And don't fake all your business, don't fake all your expenses, right? So go ahead and do that, all right? So I hope you found value in this video. If you want to go deeper, like I said, comment down there and we'll do so.